Okay, I know it's been a while and everyone's already been through their Diablo 4 reviews. You've probably seen everything online, you've seen what everyone's talked about, the recent post by Blizzard announcing that they fixed everything and that they've come through incredibly quickly after the beta, uh, which is indicative of the fact that they are listening to our player feedback. And as a big Diablo 3 gamer, as a big Diablo lover, the lore, played Diablo 1, 2, 3, all of them, I got a few things I want to talk to you about. Because I know life this game for the beta. I know life it during the early access and the weekend after. But when I talk about no life, let me just run through. Let me just show you a little something. Blizzard actually sent out an email to everyone who played. Just give you an idea. In the 4 days that we had to play, let me show you the stats. Dear blah, 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 Sanctuary is in all of your achievements. I slayed it. Okay, Aphrodisiac is my in-game battle tag. Sanctuary extends its deepest gratitude to you for committing over 107 hours to completing 59 story quests, slaying 41k monsters, 1,770 renown. I don't even know what that means yet. Collected gold, conquered 64 dungeon, died 57 times. So, needless to say, this is we played this game during the weekend. So, I've done the time, and let's get through the main issues I had were when playing on an NVIDIA graphic cards at the highest end settings. I experienced a lot of slowdown the moment I reduced it down to medium or high. The slowdowns went away, so I assume that's a driver issue that's going to be repaired sooner or later by Blizzard. But the gameplay, let me tell you guys something. When this game comes out, I'm not gonna touch it. I know the allure of these games. I know their addictive nature, and I know if they're this good, then they're gonna be sucking you, all of us, deep into the world of Sanctuary. So I think that is the highest accolade I can review an RPG you can give to an RPG game, to the fact where people who only played early access to low level could have enjoyed it that much. This game has the potential to absolutely destroy anything we've ever seen before. I played Path of Exile, I played Lost Ark, and nothing comes close to just the raw emotion this game has the ability to trigger in you. The graphics were outstanding. The character customization, even at level 25, as low as, and I mean, I min-maxed my gear, full stat legendaries all across the board. I tried the Necro, the Druid, Rogue, min-maxed them all, and I was blown the hell away by how far it's come. Again, all of you guys are thinking, well, you can't give your review on the game up to level 25 because it's all about endgame, which nobody has yet to see. But based on what I've seen so far up to level 25, oh boy, this game's gonna rock. Provided there's enough endgame content where you can take your different builds that excel in that particular content, as long as Blizzard can release endgame content that challenges your characters in different ways, sort of like in Path of Exile. And for those of you who haven't played Path of Exile, it was Path of Exile's lineage stems from Diablo 2. Actually, the Path of Exile creators were Diablo 2 players who got fed up and wanted to make changes. And so these are games that are made by gamers for gamers of this genre. And I have to say, the graphics were the combat felt rewarding. Each attack, each slayed mob felt satisfying. The audio effects, I know Blizzard took it to the next level. For audio files, the ability to not to feel the effects, to experience the elements doing damage. I remember playing an acid build. I've never played an acid-based role ever. I'm always going with elementals or physical. It's just been my thing. But I could hear the acid searing the skin off all the mobs as they walked into your trap. I mean, the satisfaction, the submersion is next to nothing that anyone has ever experienced. And my friend started playing Lost Ark, and it wasn't for me. I'm a big fan of that random drop, the ability to customize your character. For me, that's the essence of ARPGs. Whereas Lost Ark is pay to play and pay to win, and just overly grindy if you choose not to do so, but equally rewarding. Whereas Blizzard, you better not have a pay to win system. Aesthetics are more than welcome. I appreciate the company for the quality that they put out in their games. No one even comes close. Everyone complains all the time because we're gamers. That's what we do. That's what we do, right? Our job is to complain for them to listen to feedback. But overall, I had very low hopes for the game. Generally speaking, I had actually close to no hope. But I was pleasantly surprised. And here's another interesting aspect I wanted to talk about that everyone seems to have a gripe with. I played on both the keypad, the controller, and on multiple different console controllers. So not just the standard mouse and keyboard setup. I tried the PlayStation and Xbox controller. I got the dongle, and I have to say, I'm not playing this game on the mouse and keyboard. Now, hold on a second. Hold on. Whoa, before you guys come down on me. I am a die-hard advocate of mouse and keyboard gaming. It is next level. I'm a huge esports player, and I've got a wireless mouse keyboard desk that in my bedroom, so I can work on my TV and I can game at the same time. You haven't lived until you've gamed in bed. And I'm like, let me try this out. For the first time they brought character, I never got a chance to play Diablo 3 on console. I just couldn't be bothered starting a new account. But navigating through the UI, which was a complete mess on the mouse and keyboard, felt really instinctive after just a few hours on a controller. So I have no gripe with UI. I was able to comfortably navigate through the menus, the maps, the entirety of the character customization that I managed to get at endgame felt very comfortable to navigate through with just the controller in my hand. So I seriously suggest that everyone maybe go out and get a dongle. I suggest getting the Xbox dongle, which allows you to have up to 8 controllers on one setup. Whereas with the PlayStation controller, you need to get a specific dongle, the dongles, which are quite expensive per controller. So I suggest, if you are contemplating getting unless you're a PlayStation user and you're comfortable with the controller, I personally don't care. After a few minutes in your hand, you don't even realize what controller you're holding because it's the same button mapping in the same spots. It's just more economical, so I suggest maybe going with Xbox controllers. But man, oh man, when this game comes out, and I mean, I am counting down the minutes to this, and if the billions of hours played worldwide in Diablo 3 don't speak for themselves, all of which has been data monitored and scrubbed down to bring Diablo 4, I'm in shock, man. Like, I loved every aspect of it. And yes, I agree that perhaps people will experience the bugs and issues, and I don't want to talk about that because this is early release stuff, right? So that's to be expected. But the fact that treasure chests could spawn demons instead of the surprise elements of the butcher just raiding you in a dungeon unexpectedly, this game kept you on your feet the entirety of the time I was playing. The mini-map sessions, the open world, was inglorious. Running through the desolate landscapes as you try to navigate yourself from one dungeon to another, or in and of itself, was an experience because there would be random events spawned along the way. There were timed open world events that took place where a magnitude of players could congregate and just come together and work together to achieve and accomplish the social element that you just don't I've never experienced in any other RPG. Was astounding. I'm sure there's a lot of World of Warcraft players. This felt a lot more sort of natural in the sense that you could just click on different players who are signed in your realm and add them to yours and chat with them. There's built-in voice chat, which Blizzard, please. The built-in voice chat in the United Arab Emirates, where I'm from, in Dubai, didn't seem to work. Could you please, if someone gets this out there, but that would be great. I mean, we're all comfortable using Discord and all of that stuff, but just have a look into that, because that was the one element that was I would have loved to have in-game voice chat, so you don't have to have a separate app in the background or whatever. I'm just lazy in that sense. But back to the gameplay. The gameplay was 10 out of 10 experience. I didn't get a chance to play the barb. I heard there were some incredibly powerful builds that came up at endgame. So I'm sure that tweaking and all of that is going to take place later, and balancing is going to be a non-stop process that is just in true Blizzard fashion is just going to keep happening until. And there needs to be a lot more of it, to be honest. Some of the classes, the disparity between the classes just felt too extreme, too wide. But again, they increased the drop rates, so we were able to max out our characters quicker, which I appreciate. At the end, when I had my maxed out Necromancer, I mean, I was just melting through everything. Yeah, they need to fix the skills and the skeletons, and who cares about that stuff? That's gonna happen. I'm talking about the gameplay. Is this a game where we could potentially spend a magnitude of the next decade of our lives as RPG gamers? Is this a world we could submerge ourselves in and actually enjoy? Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt, Blizzard has slaughtered the beta. They slaughtered it. The world just sucks you in, makes you want to improve. It's brutal. It's not a slaughter fest where you can min-max your character in 3 days like Diablo 3 and just grind up and complete the max GRs in a couple at low Paragon in a couple of weeks, which sucks. No, this made us work. Despite having higher drop rates and being able to min-max characters with all the legendaries and all the correct specifications you'd want for the build you're playing, despite that, it was still challenging and it was still rewarding. But and when I spanned the entirety of the map, which seemed to me like about 25% of the total map pool that they are going to release on the full release. I believe the beta seemed like it was around 20%, 25%. And you never ran out of stuff to do. I can't imagine how much work Blizzard, thank you guys, seriously, you guys have put in some serious time to put it to developing this world. And I am pretty sure for people who are sort of, they weren't happy with the druid, and I heard that the druid was severely underpowered, which he was. I believe they've come through in their latest post and said, we hear you and we are fixing all of it, and they're increasing the damage of his minions, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to seeing what the druid will be like at endgame as well. I do not doubt that Blizzard will make every single character uniquely engaging, but I'm counting the minutes for this game to come out so I can give you guys a little bit more. I'm definitely going to be streaming it whenever I have time. I'm so hyped. I think everyone should be too. I think you should ignore all the negativity online that's spreading. I think you should completely disregard all of it. There's genuine feedback from that is valid and is being heard. Blizzard are listening. But in the meanwhile, guys, this game, apart from the UI and some of the characters leading, is going to be bar none, the best action RPG the world has ever seen, and in true homage to the Diablo series, they have brought this game to life in a way that I don't think anyone is gonna see coming. And when they do, mark my words, it's going to start as the greatest game and only get better from there. They have taken a lot of steps to ensure that this time around, they are not just throwing small updates. They've promised to release quarterly updates, I believe every 3 months, with brand new world, brand new content. Please try not to make the mistake that Path of Exile did, where every 4 months there would just be a completely new set of items that would invalidate a build that you've been working on diligently for a year. A few other thoughts. I'm a big crafter as well. I absolutely love going out to farm, to come back, to modify your weapons and your gear, and hopefully to that in that quest to get the right rolls at the right time. I love that stuff. I love waking up when you're done with your day, when you're done with your work, when you're done with your sports and your exercise, and you just want to come back, grab your protein or your coffee or whatever your beverage of choice is, and sit down and just burn through your week's hard work, grinding, gold worth of grinding for the week, to see if potentially maybe you get those right rolls. And they're already build planners online, but I hope that the Blizzard store, the Diablo 4 store, is baked into the game, whereas in Path of Exile you needed to refer to a third-party website where you could trade. You could actually physically trade. I mean, I don't know if you're a first time player of RPGs, I want to speak directly to you. These games have entire economies baked into them. There is a currency exchange. There are currency exchange rates that you can keep track of. These are not simple games where you can just log in. No, these are games where you can build a character, you can create a character that you can tweak to your playstyle, that you can build over a decade, over a lifetime. And Diablo 3 was a decade ago since release. People are still playing. Diablo 2 people are still playing. My God. Look at the detail. The exquisite detail they've gone into every small. They have put into every small bit of the world. The lighting in the dungeons, the transformations of your characters, the shadow details as your character morphs into different characters. It's unbelievable. Uh, and of course, the lore. I am a lore guy. I've always loved mythology, I've always loved history, I've always loved culture, I've always loved everything to do with religion and with different traditions. And Diablo has created a world in and of itself with a storyline that is rich in elements, in historical elements that are all weaved and all come together in a way that no other game really does. Yes, I know I've lost the end game, guys, and these games are all about end game, but that still persists regardless. With that said, I hope I brought you guys a little bit more information that you haven't heard, the controller stuff, the UI, and I seriously hope that once this game is out, whoever you are watching this, that you will join me. I'm in a clan. My friends invited me to a clan. Is it called? MWJ is the name of the clan that I joined. So please, guys, join in. It's a US-based clan, men with jugs. And MWJ, yeah, something along those lines. I don't know, but my BattleNet and just reach out to me in the comments below, and I will personally reply back to you if you guys want to join up. Let's clan up. Let's gear up. Once the game is out, let's know life it together. Let's run in. Let's grind. Let's buff each other up, and let's enjoy this world together. Let's enjoy the entirety of it as much as possible, and hopefully Blizzard comes through with the promises they made to continuously enhance and improve everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys. I wish I could thank you personally, but it means a lot to me for every single viewer who comes down here. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. I really hope to bring you content on the games we both love. I'm mainly a Overwatch gamer for now. I don't really have much time for much else, but I'll definitely be allocating a lot more time for this, provided I can keep my productivity levels high enough. I will be enjoying this with you. So thank you so much for tuning in again. See you soon in the world of Sanctuary. We're all here to stay a while and listen, and you did. Time will tell. A month and a half left to run, boys and girls. A month and a half. See you soon. Looking forward to it. Bye.